Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon'
Hey guys, it's Fam Guys, another airsoft vid over here. Today, instead of doing a review, we're going to be telling you how to take apart M4, M16. Here I have my G&G GR15 Raider. Now this video isn't necessarily just for this gun. A lot of the M4s follow this same style, exactly how I'm going to take this apart. You just might need a different wrench, or you might need to look in a different area to take a certain part out, stuff like that. But before we get this started, this massive boner on the front of this gun, this is actually where we mount a camera for videos when we shoot. But yeah, so the first thing to start out with taking this gun apart is let's take off the rear sight. Now, if you guys have a different gun, you might not need to, or it might be permanently glued on there, whatever. Now, what we have here is we have the stock, okay? Now, with the regular M4, to take it off is, you see that? Alright, you pull this all the way out until that comes off. Now be careful if you have the rear wiring, just so you don't screw up the wires. Now that's about it, just lay this off to the side. Alright, now we're gonna drop the mat. Now we're gonna move on to the upper receiver, taking that off. That's a very simple thing, okay? Just like a real gun, there are the two pins right here, right here. For my gun, maybe your gun is like this, maybe it isn't. All you have to do is you just have to push this pin out. Be careful not to pull it all the way out. It just locks in place when you pull it out, just like that. Just pull it out, then have one hand firmly on the charging handle and just slide it off. Alright, at the back here, you're going to have your gearbox, your lower receiver with the gearbox, the buffer tube. Then you can lay that all off to the side. I'm not going to get into taking apart the gearbox, any of that. But you're going to have these two components, at least with my gun you are, for the charging handle. Little spring and the charging handle itself. I'll tell you more about that when I put it back together later in this video. The dust cover, I've the living shit out of my gun, so this dust cover does not spring out like that. It usually does. But this is how it is right here. Now you want to take out your tube, your barrel, inner barrel, and the hop-up mechanism right here. Okay. Now I will show you later in this video how to take that further apart. Now to get the rest of this off is, again, specifically on my gun, might be the same for yours, might not, you might have to look for a different hex screws, stuff like that. For my gun, first I'm going to start with taking this part off right here, the front, the little iron sight thing, bob or whatever it is. There is a little pin right here and right here, and you just need to take those, put a little hex screw in there, twist it out. Not all the way, for mine at least. Maybe yours is like that, maybe it's not. But you know, it's all good. Just twist it out just a bit, not all the way because it's a pain in the ass to put back on. Slide it off. But you know, that's my gun too. Your gun might not be like that. It might actually be fully attached. Then it's really simple after that. For mine, you just take another hex screw thing. This one's a little bit bigger than the last one I used. Loosen it. And you'll get this one pin, put that off to the side, and here you are. Whole rail system is off. Then you get all the way down to the upper part and the outer barrel. I kind of screwed mine up a bit when I was taking this apart, for my gun specifically. Can you see down there, Mike? Yeah, there's a little black thing right in here. I'm hitting it right now. That little black piece, which is stuck in there, originally was when this whole gun was together and came to me, was around this right here, which kept this barrel from wobbling. Now, I've tried to put it back together with that piece right on here. It does not work out very well. You might have the same problem, you might not, just might be my gun specifically, but I've just glued this around to keep it as tight as possible. It's a little ghetto, yes I know, but at least I'm not using duct tape. Yeah, that's about as far as you can go. I mean, you can hacksaw it and take it apart like that if you want to, but that's kind of retarded. Again, if you want to go into deeper detail, I would suggest you be professional to take this part apart right here, the lower receiver with the gearbox. Now, I'm not that professionalized. Now take the now again on the inner barrel here, the inner barrel and the hop-up mechanism. Now to disconnect those, first you want to make sure that it's clear. There's no BBs in there, nothing like that, for safety purposes. Then right here, there's going to be a little green little hinge thing that attaches to the metal barrel. Alright, you're going to want to pop that off. Alright, just pop that off. Right there it is. Lay it off to the side, that is very important. Then just slowly take off the hop unit from there. Alright. Here you go, that's about it. You can clean it even more thoroughly from there if you want to, inside, outside, whatever. You're going to be left with the hop-up unit right here. Mine is plastic, you guys might have a metal one, but M4, M16, they're usually all the same design. Now what you guys might have seen was this little green thing was in here that was kind of like squish. You guys might have thought that was broken. It's really not. That's what's designed for, to go in there, alright? I don't know the exact purposes of it being in there, but you know it's in there, okay? Now this is what it all is right here, all of this. This is all of it taken apart. Now to put it back together, let's start back with the hop-up mechanism and the inner barrel itself. Other side. On the inner side, where this part that is supposed to go in with the hop-up, you're going to have this little top nook right here, and you're going to have two nooks on the side right here, and that little top one. Flip that over, there's a long little engraved line, okay? And right in here, there's a little nook, there's a line that's nooked out on the inside. You're going to want to line that up with the barrel, with that as a nook in it, on that side, pushing it as far as possible. Alright. Then, you're going to want to take the hop-up unit. Now, again, that line right there is to signify the bottom portion. So what I like to do is I like to hold it upside down, and the hop-up goes like this, because the barrel, the BBs feed up from the bottom, so it goes in like this, and you just slide that on, like so. Then you just take that little piece of plastic thing, pop it back on the way it's supposed to go, and you're all set to go with that. Okay. Now let's head back to this. Let's put the rail system on. Make sure it's tight. Alright, then you want to put the front muzzle thing, whatever you want to call it, on. Sure, as far as it can possibly go. And you want to screw those screws back in. Not too tight, just as far as they can go. You don't want to over tighten it because that actually might hurt the outer barrel, like make little indentations on it. But yeah, I mean, it's no big deal. Alright, now you have this part. Lay it off to the side for now. Get back to these two things right here. On one side you're going to have a hook. On the other side you're going to have a little circle thing. And on the charging handle you're going to have like a little hook on the front of it. I'm going to take that hook, put it on the circle. Okay. Then you're going to want to take this. On the left and right side here are little holes that you put the hook in. I prefer the left side. Take that little spring, put it on the hook, and then you put it back here, right? Hold it down nice and tight. Okay, make sure that dust cover is up. You're gonna want to put the slide that in, very nice. Make sure it's all tight, and bam, it's all good. Ooh. Now this is where it goes wrong sometimes, for me at least.
It's probably because the knob.
Up. There we go. There we go. I had this a little bit too far back. You want to get this right in here. There's a little indentation. You want to get that over there. Pull that back. Make sure it works just like so. Put that back on. Slide that back. Put it in. Again, my desk cover's all screwed up because I've put this thing through hell and back in 3 years, but it still works just fine. Make sure it works safe and sound, just like that. Now you're gonna want to take the stock, feed the electrical wiring through the center of it, put it down as far until it's stopped, and then open that up like so. Just gonna refeed this wire back down into it. Kind of popped off my back. Alright, there we go. Put in the mag. Put back on the rear sight. If you haven't already done that, then yeah, you're all good to go. Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay guys, you have that receiver right here, you have your little hop up / inner barrel. What you want to do is right here, you want to have this little feed thing facing down, or up in this situation as I have it, just feed it through that hole, push it in as tight as possible, and then, yeah, just put the receiver back on as so. And just like it was in the rest of the video, I'm going to keep doing it right now. Just real quick. Okay, just pause the video. Jesus.
Guess who? You miss me? Jessica Simpson. Sing the chorus.
When you walked through the door, it was clear.